All right. I know our title for this one is called Red Dawn, right? I just want to make sure. Red Dawn and not Delta Dawn.
Yeah.
That's a song, and this is a movie.
Okay. I
just,
mean, no, I
I
don't know
just,
anything about Delta, but
I just want to get that joke out of the way. So, this is my first time watching this.
yeah.
I had
Yeah,
never seen this originally, and I haven't seen the one with
we
Chris
gotta
Hemsworth.
specify. This is the '84 Red Dawn.
1984 with Patrick Swayze
Yeah,
and Charlie Sheen.
this is not uh, the war Red Dawn fighting the Koreans.
Yes. So, this is. I also read about this movie, right? This is the first PG-13 movie that U.S. has released.
I remember this was so hard to watch. I always thought it was an R movie.
You know what? When I was watching it, I thought it was rated R.
Oh yeah, because this has more violence than any movie at the time.
Yeah, it does. It's
Like
even
more
more.
active
Well, I can't say the Terminator, but no, this one has a lot of like shooting.
Actually, no, it does say it has more acts of violence than any movie. It broke the Guinness Book of World Records.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Still got PG-13, but it's probably because of the language wasn't so bad.
The language wasn't so bad, and also because it's the first PG-13 release in America.
Because yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it's worse to say the F word than it is to blow somebody's brains out.
Yeah, and they were shooting a lot of RPGs around, you know.
Oh yeah, RBG City. You think there was in Afghanistan, dude?
Yeah. So from what I thought about this movie, I thought it was going to be Russians all the way, but I didn't think that Cubans was going to show up. But then I was like, oh, it makes sense because it's the communism, right?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
attack on
it had
US.
to be. It's somewhat based. I mean, it's fiction.
Yeah.
Most likely would never happen, but it was based on some of the events or war game events that the CIA and the military trained on that could have happened.
Oh,
'Cause,
okay.
I mean, basically, the only way they got here, because I mean, it's either nuke the United States. The only way they invade is usually up through Mexico or Canada, and they're not going to come to Canada because Canada was very stable at the time.
Mm.
Mexico had lots of revolutions. I mean, I don't think it will happen now. I mean, because we was not Mexico, but the Mexican army is actually pretty powerful.
Okay.
I mean, they got a big army. I mean, who have drug problems and so forth, but who doesn't?
Did they ever say the year of this movie? Not the
The
1984,
movie,
but like
I don't think,
inside the
I
movie.
don't know, I can't remember if they did, but I know what year it was supposed to be set in. It's supposed to be set in 1989.
1989. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't remember what goes on in 1989, but yeah, it was supposed to be set in 1989.
I
but
came to the
basically,
U.S. in 1989.
yeah, so basically, yeah, you came on a bad year. Hey, but you got away from the nuclear warfare stuff.
I sure did. Yes.
Yeah, because I think in this movie, listen to the dialogue, nuked China.
Yes.
Russia did.
Yeah.
But it is based on a event at that time. Because I mean, some people go because now Russia and China are very close.
Yeah.
You can't see the nuclear use. But during the '80s, China and Russia didn't get along very well.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
In fact, in was it Mongolia or one of those nations over there is borders Russia? They had military bases all down it, and so did Russia, because they assumed that they are almost going to go out to war before Russia would go with the United States.
You know what? I never like studied the map
'Cause-
that well, right?
Yeah, because I saw a show that was showing old bases out there.
Yeah.
They have like this show. It goes over with a satellite. What's this way out here? And they're showing all these Russian bases and these Chinese bases in case they went to war against each other.
Wow.
Which is so at that time in the '80s, Russia and China didn't get along.
In the
Plus
80s, Russia and China get along.
Cuba was very communist and always going, oh yeah, we'd come over and kill Americans. And of course, we're still fighting. We're sending troops into the South America, special force, so forth, to fight communist regimes. It's trying
Yeah,
to
I was going to ask you
overthrow
about that
governments.
because I
Because
mean,
Nicaragua,
I don't know.
well, Nicaragua became communism.
Nicaragua become communist. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the South American countries have been communist countries.
Really?
I think Brazil is they're a social country.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, no, I think they are. I think they. I mean, there was. That's the thing. The 80s was
South
the
American
United States
countries.
and Russia, or the Soviet Union, were basically fighting a proxy war. At this time, you got to think Russia is fighting a war in Afghanistan, trying to take it over,
Yeah.
and we're sending guns and weapons and ammo to Afghanistan to beat the Russians. And they're doing that in South America and in Africa. They were overthrowing governments. We're overthrowing governments.
Oh, okay.
We
I'm looking
overthrow
at,
governments try to be something else.
I'm looking at Russia and China now on the map. Well, Russia is huge.
It's way over the top of China.
Oh yeah.
But they don't have as many people.
They don't have as many people
as China. They don't have as many soldiers. They got better weaponry.
Oh.
I mean, that's slowly changing now. Eventually, I mean, you either be friends with China or you got a problem.
So this movie started off right, like within the first 10 minutes, it started to get very serious. Okay.
Yeah.
So I watch it like, okay, Patrick Swayze is just dropping his brother and his brother's friend off in school. It's cool. And then, like, once they start in the class, like, dude, these things start coming flying. Well, I was surprised, too, because I didn't know what this movie was about, right? And I'm like, what are all these people parachuting down? Then they start shooting up the school. That's when I questioned myself, like, is this rated PG-13 or is this rated R? You totally cannot show that.
Because the teacher walks right out there. It says, hey.
Yeah. He was giving them a lesson, yeah.
They just shoot the teacher all up, then they shoot all the glass.
Yeah.
You know, in this time, because I got to see this when I was young.
Yeah.
And I went to a school, and schools are like that.
Oh, I was going to ask you, because they do like a little town like
this.
Yeah, because they look at the little town.
The town I went to was just like this.
Oh.
Their town was a little bit bigger than my town.
Yeah.
But our schools had all those windows just like that where you sit, and you could look out the back and see out the playgrounds or football field. And these guys land, they shoot up skulls. They're man, this is real.
Yeah, this is crazy. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, like this is rated PG-13.
This is 84, so if you're growing up with 84s, I mean, Ronald Reagan's the president of the United States. The problem is the Soviets were always doing something in the news.
Yes.
That's the thing. It was always they're doing this. There's a war in Afghanistan. They're attacking this country. They overthrew the government. Or they're saying the United States better not do this. And plus, you got to remember, Germany at the time is still divided, West Germany and East Germany.
Yes.
Which in the opening credits, it starts off with them, I guess the Green Party takes over in West Germany.
The dialogue in the beginning, yes.
And of course, Europe decides they don't want NATO anymore, which is the one thing we don't ever want to get rid of is NATO.
Yeah.
Which nowadays people kind of want to get rid of NATO. I'm thinking, what are you thinking? Are you stupid? I mean, do you really want the United States to go off as two big countries right now?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not like one country wanting to destroy. There's two now.
Yeah.
And it's like that was good. Let's get rid of everybody else. Let's tell South Korea we don't want to be friends, and we don't want to be friends. I'm like, dude, we need all these people. This is what makes you bigger than everybody else.
Man.
But yeah, in this story, that supposedly Russia, they ran out of food, so they're starving, so they got to do something.
Yeah.
Cuba's got enough troops. Nicaragua's got enough troops, and they overthrow countries in America. And then, of course, they probably sent soldiers in to create chaos in Mexico. That way, they control their airplanes and all their tank stuff up. And the first place they hit is probably New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, lower part of California. Plus, they nuked Washington, and then some other, and they nuke most of the Midwest where all the nuclear weapons.
So, like ID4, they take out the major cities and the things that they
took off. Threat. Yeah, they took off. Well, mainly they took off all the silos. All the silos are usually American. Of course, the movie takes place in Colorado.
In Colorado, okay, I didn't know what the town was.
Right in the middle of the United States. It's actually filmed in Mexico, but they are supposed to be in Colorado, and their team called the Wolverines.
The Wolverines, yes.
Yes.
That's a very important to point out.
That's where our story started. Of course, this shows you like because I mean, when you're a kid, you're thinking this is it's gonna go down, man. And this is the way most people thought, because I'm thinking adults are watching this movie, and everybody's thinking, man, this is probably where it's gonna go, because the kids come back, his brothers, they jump in the truck, he's going, everybody, they're taking off, going down the highway, that pick up, and then when they see those tanks block the road,
yes,
it shows the Russians grabbing people, taking them and stuff, pulling them in the deal, and soldiers. Main enemy is I never say what he is. I'm thinking he's a Cuban soldier.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know if he's Cuban or another South American soldier, but basically he used to be a rebel, and that's what he was. Rebel. Now they're
I forgot what rank. Yeah, whatever that guy didn't kill them at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, his name was Bella. I can't remember all his name. I think it was a colonel. But basically, he's taking over the town. And of course, got that Russian guy to make sure he's doing his job.
Yep.
Then later on in the movie, later on in the movie, we've got another Russian guy, special forces Russian.
Yes.
I forgot what they call it, Skinzenza or something like that.
Yeah, the names,
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
do it.
it's which is funny. The guy's all American, but boy, he can speak Russian like it's none of his
Yeah.
business.
Or at least we think he's speaking Russian, you know, because
Oh,
sometimes
he's-
I can't even tell,
yeah.
like, who is
They were
speaking
speaking
what.
in this movie. They're speaking Spanish and Russian.
Yeah, Spanish and Russian.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I can tell the difference between both of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
But
you know what? Because
They
Spanish.
even yell Russian because they even yell Russian back at those guys. I said, "Dash Vidanya."
Oh, that's right. There was three Russians when they were checking out that scenery on the mountain, right? Like, they were reading,
Yeah.
hey, you could read this. Can you translate what it was? Yeah, those were Russians.
Yeah, they're.
And
Russian.
I didn't know Lea Thompson was in the movie.
Oh yeah, everybody's a star. This movie's just about. You
Yeah.
just got to think. It's got Powers Boothe.
Yes, Powers Boothe.
It's got Lea Thompson,
Got Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. This is Charlie Sheen's movie.
Yeah, it's his first movie, right?
Yeah, it's first movie.
You got Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey.
You know
Two
why?
people dirty
Because
Dan.
I know Lea Thompson and I didn't know Jennifer Grey, but my wife Heather, she knows Jennifer Grey, but not Lea Thompson. Because
Oh,
they were
really?
Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey was in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, exactly. They're both dirty Dan.
Yep.
So, I mean, everybody. They had a lot of people stars. I don't
It
think
was.
anybody else became a major star. But I want to point out the mayor of the town.
Oh, the
When,
man of the town. Yes, I know him.
His name is Lane, but remember he was the editor of the Daily Planet and Superman.
Yes. I recognize that actor. Yeah.
Okay, and then
So I've seen him
the
before.
dad of Charlie Sheen's character in
Yes. And Patrick Swayze's character. Yeah.
yeah, their dad was it Harry Stanton or Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah.
He plays the janitor in the Marvel Avengers.
The
He's
janitor.
in yeah, remember in the Avengers when the Hulk falls out of the
not the janitor.
building?
The security guard.
The security guard.
Yes.
Sorry, the security guard.
The security guard.
That's
Yes.
him. And he goes, I saw you naked.
Yeah, he's a nigga.
Green.
Like, yeah.
So that's him. But here's the neat thing: Powers Boothe is in Avengers too. No, the Colonel, the guy that gets shot down.
Oh yes.
He is the security advisor for the Avengers.
Yes.
But here's the neatest thing:
What?
he's also an agent of Shield.
He is?
His Gilly. Yeah, they give him a name in Agent of Shield. He's the same character.
He's the
security
same
advisor.
character. Okay.
He's Hydra.
No.
Yes, he is the head Hydra.
Oh
God.
wow.
He was almost Pierce's boss.
Cause I do recognize the actor. I mean, like he looks a lot younger in this one, right? Cause I never seen
Yeah.
Red Dawn before.
Yeah.
I seen him as an older actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, he's from Snyder, Texas originally,
Oh really?
which is cool. Patrick Swayze is from Houston.
Patrick Swayze's from Houston?
Yeah, Patrick Swayze is from Houston.
I don't
And the
think I
guy that
ever knew that.
And the guy that wrote Red Dawn is what's his name? Evan something.
Yeah.
But anyways, he's from San Antonio.
Is that why they had that joke in there? That Texas. What's the capital of Texas? He's
I
from
think
Houston.
it's kind of a joke. Plus, it's supposed to be like Lea Thompson. She just didn't like nobody
Yeah.
because he answers it right, and she's like, "No, it's Houston."
Yeah, it's Houston. Like what?
Like she's gonna kill him. But the thing is, the guy who wrote this is actually the director he also wrote and directed Waterworld and Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh.
So yeah, this is his movie he wrote.
I'm surprised that
They
Kevin
got-
Costner's
that
not in this
film.
movie then.
Yeah, well, they became friends later on, I think.
Oh, okay.
Who knows? I don't know.
I
But
thought
yeah, he's
Patrick
not in-
Swayze was good. I never seen like something like hardcore like this that Patrick Swayze was in.
Yeah, this was some serious acting. man.
Because like what I seen Patrick Swayze in Ghost, Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. Well, that's later on. This is an early movie for
Yeah,
him.
this is
You know,
an
this
early
is one of his
movie.
earliest stuff. Like I said, this is Charlie Sheen's first movie.
I didn't know this was Charlie
I'm
Sheen's
sure
first
this
movie.
was probably several of their first movies.
Ah.
You know, because Lea Thompson just hasn't been around that long.
No, and then
Jennifer
she went from this to Back to the Future. Well,
Yeah.
probably not immediately, but you know.
Well, and then she went to Howard the Duck. So, what did you think of this movie?
Oh, I liked it.
Okay, you like it. I see. I don't know if you're going to like this or not because I don't think it's still good. I think it's still good. It's still entertaining.
No, it's
but
good because
it
like
is. But it is more of the time. You're not going to get the fear that you would have.
no,
got.
I didn't get that fear, but like I'm thinking like right now because we know like this would never happen, you know.
Yeah.
And
It
I'm
would
thinking
never-
like,
well,
well, at that
I sure
time I
hope it would
understand it.
never happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I sure
understand
hope
it.
it
That
never
we're
happens.
scared. The
Yeah, I
domino
sure-
effect. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it never happens, but I mean, I thought it was pretty good for what would happen, because all the kids were like banded together, and of course, you know, I mean, they're surviving. They're just trying to survive at first, and then they start fighting back.
Well, they start fighting back because the kid, his father, got shot.
Yeah, they start killing all.
They kill him. Yeah, they kill him because they call him a traitor, and then his emotion. He start. I compare that to the Batman. Not the Batman, but like Christian Bale. Like he start going after vengeance.
Yeah,
and that's like to make him feel better.
What was that kid's name? Vic or Robert? His name was Robert.
Robert.
Wait, so hey, what happened to my parents? When he goes to visit other people, and they're like, "I'm sorry, Dad, your dad's dead, and I don't know where your mom's at." And then so that kid's like crying, and and of course the Patrick's like, "Hey, make it into something else. Make it something else." Yeah. I'm like, that kid did, because he's all right.
Oh, he totally did. He even killed one of the people in his group because he was a traitor.
Exactly.
Oh, man, that was crazy. That was a crazy scene because it was like, okay, Patrick Swayze, I knew he wasn't gonna do it, right? But I had a feeling the other one was. Because he said that in the movie before, like, if it was turned around, right, the other guys won't hesitate to shoot us.
Yeah, that was crazy. He shoots the Russian guy, because the Russian guy's like, "Oh, you can't do it because of the Geneva."
Yeah, Geneva Convention,
like, He's like, "Oh, you know what that means?" And plus, he's not a soldier anyways.
Yeah, he's not a soldier anyways.
So it doesn't apply.
Yep.
So he shoots that Russian guy. He shoots him, yeah. And he can't shoot that kid, because the kid is the mayor's kid.
Yeah.
And the mayor sided the Russian, because he wants to live. So apparently they put, like, this control thing,
they make him swallow the thing. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's like horrible. I can't believe that kid did that. Of course, they're all standing there, and they don't want to kill him. They just want to leave him. Yep. Of course, that other kid just walks up to the
They just shot him with an AK, right? It's crazy. Yeah, it's and I'm like, that's when I question, like, this is not PG-13, right? Like, whoa, no way.
I was like, how can this not be R, dude?
Yeah, how can this not be R? Everything I see, like, dude, this is rated R. But this is the first PG-13 America get, so they want to open that gate right there.
Yeah, they're like, after they probably PG-13, they're like, we better make another rating, dude.
So they had this was PG-13, but Mortal Kombat was rated R. I mean, like, the gameplay, they had a problem with it.
I know, that's a funny thing. There's a lot of moves that are not as bad as this, and they get a higher rating.
Yeah, they get a higher rating. Like, what?
RoboCop was not as bloody as this.
Oh no, RoboCop was not. I mean, it got gory scenes, but it wasn't as bad as this.
Probably
because there's a bigger body count in this movie.
But I guess maybe because they can. Well, RoboCop was just minus violence, while this was war violence.
Yeah, it is war violence. Yeah, so I guess in a way it's more realistic.
I mean, come on, if somebody takes over your country, you're going to see a lot of dead.
Yeah. Oh. I did that. I like that they fought back though.
Yeah, because they start doing because the thing is they became like that bad character.
Yes, they did.
Because even when he goes, "Hey, I don't know how to fight this war because this is not what I am."
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm a gorilla and I'm an invader." He goes, "I fought invaders. I fought for ideas." He goes, "Now these kids, I can't beat them because they're fighting for an idea." And of course, the Russians are guys like, "Well, let's just everybody in the town. Let's just keep killing people."
Yep.
Then finally, that special Russian guy shows up. He goes, "Hey, we don't kill any more people." He goes, "Let's say you have a chicken and a fox, and a fox kills your chickens." He goes, "Are you going to shoot the pig because he saw the fox?"
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like that analogy. Yes. I can't believe I never heard that before. And it makes so much sense when he said that. Like, yeah, that was so stupid.
Yeah, why would you shoot the pig because he saw the fox? You would trap the fox.
Yeah.
And of course, that's when they let Robert, remember, because they used those 3 helicopters.
Yes.
Which are cool way back when you were a kid. But
it's pretty cool.
Because I know what a Russian helicopter looks like. Yeah. I was like, why are they square?
Okay, so it's so funny when you mention the stuff, right? So when I play Metal Gear Solid 2, Snake could tell by the sound of what the helicopter was. Yeah. And he's like, what is a Russian gunship doing here? And I was like, man, I don't know any of this stuff. When I saw the helicopter thing, right, I thought it was cool too. I mean, I don't know American and Russian.
They're not really Russian helicopters because they're actually round. They're not angled like that.
Oh, okay.
These are the same helicopters that they use in Rambo.
Yeah. When
he fights and goes to Afghanistan, he's fighting the Russians.
Yeah.
The same helicopters.
Oh, because we probably can't get the rights to them anyway.
In the 80s, they're not going to let you have these helicopters.
No, of course not. It's just what they can use as to pass it off.
United States go, because there's even the tanks, because these tanks look really good. Because you see this, they had 2. Actually, you see several tanks throughout the movie.
Yes.
So there's only 2 they used during the filming. I think they're T-72, T-74s. They're the Russian tanks the Russians were using at this time.
Really?
But these aren't real Russian tanks. They're actually American tanks turned backwards, and they put a bunch of fiberglass on them, and they made them look like Russian tanks.
Oh, so it's like to change the body.
They look so accurate, though, that the CIA actually asked them where they got the tanks.
No way.
Yeah, like these. They're like, hey man, we didn't buy these tanks.
I'll be like, hey, thank you.
But yeah, we're honored that you think these are real.
Exactly, I'm honored that you think like I did a good job.
But the thing is, I wonder how they got the footage, because there's the film when they're the two Russian tanks. They're hunting. They're on the no man's land, because remember there's a scene where they're all across the cold wilderness.
Yeah. With
the colonel. They're going to go home. Is what they're going to do. That's why you see all this fighting, the jets bombing stuff.
Yeah.
That was the no man's land or the demilitarized zone or militarized zone, even though they're fighting right there.
Really?
That's what they're going to do. They're going to go home. But the colonel killed on the tank. But there's a scene they're fighting. One of the tanks is an M1 tank, American tank.
Oh, yeah, M1, yeah.
I was curious if that was really shooting. They did that for the film, or if that was footage they've had.
Hey, how old is Patrick Swayze's character supposed to be in this movie? Not too much older than Charlie Sheen.
Not too much older than Charlie Sheen. It's probably maybe 2 years.
Oh, okay.
The way they talk, it's like he just got out of high school.
Yeah, he just got out of high school, and everybody still remember he's a quarterback.
He's talking. Yeah, he was a quarterback himself. You remember, because they go see the scoreboard. He's like, "Oh, that's a shame that they lost." And I'm like, "Well, you lost once." Like, I don't remember ever losing.
Yes, they did talk about that.
Character. Yeah. I really don't think it was that much older than Charlie Sheen's character.
How old was Lea Thompson and the Jennifer Grey? A little bit younger, right?
I think they were younger.
They
were probably still high school. I think they were still high school.
I thought it was just funny that the old man just gave Patrick Swayze two more people to be responsible for. But it makes sense because they were older.
Well, yeah, and they probably thought that somebody was going to come
to
their house and shoot them.
And shoot them.
Because the guy's coming out by himself. He's old. He probably had guns. So.
He probably had guns, and then they're girls, or
Well, yeah, because that's all they're doing. Because I think if you're invaded, usually those people come to your house, they take all your stuff, and they take.
Yes. You know what?
That's the way it did, because that's happened in World War II.
Oh, not only World War II.
Germans took it from France.
My dad told me stories from the police officer or military people would come to their house and take whatever they wanted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like in China.
In China,
in mainland China.
Yeah, mainland China.
Yeah, that's crazy. See? No wonder who wants to stay in that?
Yeah, who wants to live in that lifestyle, right? That's why I'm always for people coming to America.
Because here, the police and the army cannot come to your house and take your food.
They cannot do anything,
And they can't sleep there either.
Yeah. See?
In other countries are like, oh, we'll just come stay at your house.
Yeah, whatever I want.
Now here you're not, because I'll shoot you.
Yeah, so...
And it will be legal.
You know what I love about Jennifer Grey's character? So the first time, I already guessed what she was doing. She was riding her bicycle, right? And then there's tank shows of this gas station.
Oh, it's the scene.
The basket, right? They took a basket, and then, they threw it in a tank. And I'm thinking, to myself, what if that was a bomb? And then there was a bomb. It was the coolest thing. And I'm like, and then she ran, right? And then those three guys are chasing after her, oh my God, they're going to get shot. Because that's the setup. And then they did. It was awesome.
It was. That is one of the best things to do, because they pop up out of the ground.
It was.
When you're a kid, you're they got a hole in the ground just to do that.
Jennifer Grey's character, right? Her character was that. The first time those three Russians were on that mountaintop and they were hiding, right? That was kind of intense right there. Because, oh my God, I didn't know they were there, right? And I'm like, I hope nobody gets killed. And then they did. And then she was the first one to run.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, she slipped and saw.
Oh, yeah, she slipped. And then one of the higher ranking officers got shot with a bow and arrow. And this dude has an arrow in his back. I know it's some funny shit, right? But, it probably hurt a lot. He's like, ah!
But the thing is, it depends on how you watch it. Because, the thing is, when I'm watching it, I'm like, yeah, that guy deserved it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did that too.
Yeah. You said there, because you laugh, but you're also like, man, that thing.
Oh, he deserved it. Yeah, I did like that too. And one of the guys went back to the car, and then Patrick Swayze shot him. That guy deserved it too.
Yeah. The sad thing is, he was a kid, just like their age.
Yeah, it was a kid. Yep.
And he just turns his head and pow.
Yeah, and then he shot him. Yeah, I didn't say I liked it, but yeah.
But I like it because they go up there and they're reading the sign, and this guy's like, "Oh, you English? Read it to us," and he makes up the whole story.
I was reading that at the same time, what the hell? He got Teddy Roosevelt right. That's about it.
Yeah, I think, but that's the Russians always say that. It's oh, this is the Americans did this, and they crushed the Indians, and they're horrible.
Yes, I was like,
Now
it doesn't say any of that.
Yeah, I was like, what are you reading, dude? Your English is horrible. You even got the year wrong. And of course, they find the arrow on the ground. They're like, oh, look at this. This is a real arrow. And they're like, well, this is metal. And he goes, no, it's bone. It's polished. They're like, this is plastic. He goes, no, it's feathers. Very fine feathers.
Yes.
And of course, then they see those people run.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they run into Robert, that character Robert.
Yeah.
And that shotgun, and he was blasting the crap out of
Oh, yeah.
Man, that dude's evil. And I love one of the best lines when the colonel meets him. He goes, kid, he goes, all that hate's going to burn you up. And he just looks at us, keeps warm at night.
Yes, all the hate's going to burn you. That's the line. I think I'm going to write that down. All the hate's going to burn you up. I love that.
Yeah, they're like, he keeps him warm at night.
Oh, yeah.
But there was supposed to be a scene, there was supposed to be more where Jennifer Grey's character and Patrick Swayze's character had loved each other.
See, I was thinking, like, was there going to be any kind of
romance?
romance?
Because you don't see it. Yeah, there was supposed to be a romance between them.
It was between Lea Thompson and the Colonel, right?
There's been one between the Colonel, too. They cut that out, too.
Yeah, because I thought she was kind of young.
Yeah, and they said that people felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Don't go back to the 1800s.
Yeah. Don't go back to the 1800s, yes.
Yeah.
Man.
Because
well, first I thought I see it like maybe she was because her parents are gone, and he was something that she looked up to.
Yeah.
He was the father figure of the
group.
To me
that turned into that, because like she liked him a little more, but he was like, eh. But he turned like all there, because what he wanted to do was have them turn into kids and go back.
Yes.
Because actually his character was supposed to have been more anti-war, but he's only fighting because he has to.
Oh yeah, I got that. I like that the first time they met him too. He's like,
yeah.
What? You're the only one? I was like, hey, I was outnumbered 5-1. I got 4 of them.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that.
Because all those kids are coming at him like, hey, we're the Lord of the Fly kids, and he's like, hey, dude, back off. I'll fly a jet.
We're the Lord of the Fly kids. I love that. I love that book.
Yeah. But yeah, he's like, back off, man. I'm flew a jet, okay? Because I like it when he tells them, he's giving an order. He's like, hey, okay, this is what we're going to do. And there, everybody's going, okay, any questions? What's a flank?
Yeah, what's a flank? What's all this stuff? Yeah, he started asking all these questions like, what is this? Yeah. What does that mean?
What's really is that what's he doing when they attack base, all those people, they attack that Russian base, and they blow up all this, that, when he runs up to the jet, he's got the hand grenade, and he gives it the finger.
Yes.
And the Russian guy just still sits in the jet, take off, he throws it in the engine.
Oh yeah, that was really weird, right? Like he took all this time, and the guy's just sitting in there.
Yeah, that Russian guy just said, "There's kind of stupid American. Give me the finger."
Yes.
Yeah. And they had some good battle scenes. They had some good.
It did, yeah. For that time, right? It was good battle scenes. Like the gunfights were really good.
Good. And the thing is, I was reading about them making this movie. They actually had all those kids do a boot camp.
Oh, just to get, to make it more authentic, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I thought because at the town, right? I thought they would know how to hunt because they showed that scene where they shoot
they had
deer.
those. Yeah, they needed to do that. I also wanted all of them to use machine guns, but not made with sticks.
Yeah.
Like they would know how to use it. So they made all of them. I mean, all girls, guys, they had to go to a boot camp. And guess what? It was Colonel I.
Oh.
The guy in the boot camp for Saving Private Ryan and all, Platoon and all of it.
Really?
So,
hey, I have a question to ask you since I brought up that hunting scene. Do they really drink the Diaz blood?
I don't.
Oh, but that's a thing though, right?
I don't know if it does or not. I mean, if they do, some people might. I mean, I know that like Indians used to, Native Americans, I should say, used to do that and stuff. And I'm sure there's some people out there that might. I don't really think people do.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there should be. Let's put it this way: there's a lot of diseases for deer, so
yes, exactly.
It's not really that wise. I mean, it depends on the countries where the states you're in and stuff. In Texas, certain areas, there's a lot of ticks for deer. They carry a lot of bloodborne
Lyme disease and stuff.
You don't. Well, I think it's called something.
But some kind of disease.
There's several of them. Probably not wise to drink blood.
Yeah, it's probably just not wise to drink.
You'd be safer drinking cow blood than you would deer blood. I mean, I'm sure there's people who argue with that, but I'm like, cattle are taken care of a little bit better, and deer are out there with ticks all over them.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
deer.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I mean, like, I don't know.
I mean, the portion of the scene was it was supposed to be they're supposed to show they're living like the Native Americans.
Yes, because
the Native Americans, to them, there's a spirit in the deer, and then you drink the blood and you're getting the spirit of the deer.
So that's what that is. Okay,
that's the whole
I got
thing.
it now.
Yeah, it was a ritual for them.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, normally nowadays, usually you do your hunting thing. It's a big deal. Hunting is not like just go out there and shoot something.
Yeah. Because
it's kind of a spiritual thing, but most people don't drink the blood.
Okay, because like I thought they showed that scene, right? Or like, oh, that's how they're gonna show the scene, how they do, like how they figure out the food part. But then they did go several months hungry.
Yeah, they went hungry, and unless they're eating beans and stuff.
Yeah.
You can only eat so many beans. Yeah. It'll just be diarrhea.
Right. Because they were out in the woods for a few months, because they went from October to like January.
I think the whole movie takes place over half a year.
Half a year, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, because it keeps going by the months, and of course that you find out they kind of stopped them, they went all the way to the middle of the United States, and both sides of the United States is still United States, and basically you're just missing Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, and so forth.
Yes. New
Mexico, probably Nevada.
Man, for some reason I thought Emilio Estevez was going to be in the movie, but he wasn't.
He actually was supposed to be in the movie.
Oh, was he?
He had something else to do. So I think he was supposed to play Jed. He would have played the brother to Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah, would have been they're both brothers in real life. They would have played brothers on the movie.
Yes.
Which would be cool because it would have been like Young Guns, except they didn't play brothers in Young Guns.
Yeah, they didn't play
brothers Charlie was in Young Guns. You know.
That is cool.
But yeah, there was supposed to be some other people. I mean, I don't know if it was a high budget movie, but it was a pretty big deal.
It's a big deal. And also, I have a question.
Everybody talked about this movie.
Like, how were they able to go into town so easily? You know, but sure the Russian didn't capture the communist people didn't capture everybody in the town.
Well, they just went after people they thought would be a troublemaker.
Yeah, that's what they did, right?
Remember, because they already knew where to go. They went to the gun shops of the hardware stores and stuff and got the records for anybody that owns guns.
Yeah.
Which in America, I have to tell you, you're not going to be able to go to the store and find who's got guns, really, because some of the guns have been here so long. There ain't no records.
Do you ever heard of that Bill Burr joke? You know the comedian Bill Burr that went from Boston? He had a joke about, like, you know what they should put people in war? They should put people in war that like are not like some kind of mentally certified, like rednecks. You know how funny would it be, right? If a redneck show up for war, right? He's like, here you go, here's your M16. I'm like, nah, man, I already got one. Actually, I got some stuff in my trunk that you ain't never seen before, buddy. That's what I thought of when you said that. Like, you're right. How can a town like this, where people don't have guns everywhere?
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's America. Or who would do that? I mean, everybody has one.
Yeah.
Everybody. So I mean.
So you're saying that back at this time, right? That's why they did it in Colorado and they didn't drop it on Texas. Because if they drop it on Texas, right, this invasion wouldn't work.
Yeah, but the problem is in this movie they actually already beat Texas.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they did, because remember they swept all the way.
They swept. Yeah, exactly.
They probably attacked everything at once.
Yeah, just the
So in this
stuff.
movie they beat them, but I'm sure they're having the same problem they're having in Colorado. But that's the thing, that's the problem. They can't blow up a whole town.
No, they can't.
Plus, you got to think there's probably America back then is very rural. They attacked a rural town, so there's going to be a lot of people living out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's hard to get everyone.
They're thinking we got an army, and they got just maybe 2 people here, 1 person there, so they're not really a threat.
They're not really a threat.
Unless you shot at them or they know you have weaponry or something, they don't take you that what was that re-education camp.
Oh, yeah, re-education camp.
Because remember, there's guys walking all back and up and down the street.
Yes.
And I mean, two kids walking in town, or kids walking down, they're not going to be a threat.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking they were older, yeah.
We have a tank, and there's 3 kids walking into town in their jackets.
Yeah.
What are they going to do, pull out a little pistol?
High school kids, yeah. And then you said Patrick Swayze maybe just a year or 2 older, so you can't tell. I think
they're in their mindset, people don't have guns.
Yeah, people don't have guns, yeah, exactly.
They don't have this problem in their countries. There's not going to be kids with guns. I mean, it's not America. I mean, at our country, we got every vehicle.
Yeah, exactly.
In their countries, nobody has them.
Yeah, nobody has them. And I came from a country where nobody had guns.
Yeah,
That's why our
yeah.
BB guns, you don't have to spray paint them like they're not orange tip.
Yeah, because people see that with the BB, they're like, it's not real.
Yeah, it's not real. Yeah, you
Hey,
see a
water
kid with a
gun.
gun, it's a BB gun. That's what.
But
That's
here,
basically.
it's real.
Yeah.
Even a little kid comes out. If it ain't painted, you got.
Yeah. Exactly.
But basically, that's why they could come around the town.
Well, I said that because I never realized when I first came to the U.S. when I get a BB gun, I'm like, why is this painted orange? So I have to find out why. I forgot how I find out. I think it's one instruction booklet. Because they tell you you're not allowed to paint that over that orange.
Yeah, that's what they tell you. I mean, this is America, though.
Yeah, this is America, exactly.
Who's gonna stop you?
Nobody. You know, my Gears of War gun, it was orange tip too. When I bought it from place, yeah, I painted that black.
Yeah, I'm really gonna mistake that for a real one.
Yeah, this thing in the front that looks like a chainsaw, you know, they mistake it for a real one.
You know, I mean, you could be some crazy redneck, dude.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
In which case, it could be real. They would probably put a chainsaw in front of their weapon.
I guess if they make that gun from Aliens, they're gonna paint that red too, because you know it's a grenade launcher, flamethrower, and machine gun.
Well, but the gun from Aliens actually really is a Thompson machine gun with a bunch of stuff on it.
Yeah, but stuff on it, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Oh, that's the kind of gun I want, though. The gun from Aliens.
Yeah, the gun from Aliens. It's that Thompson. Yeah, it's that Thompson I showed. Remember I had to save a Private Ryan?
Oh, yeah. But open stuff on it, yeah.
It's the same gun. It's got a bunch of stuff on it.
Oh, I just... Yeah, I gotta get that somehow.
I want to, dude.
Yeah.
Get in line. But I also want a proton pack. Extra one. Like all the weapons we saw from Oblivion.
Whole collection of stuff.
I need the suit from the police suit from Dread. And the motorcycle.
I need
the Rocketeer jetpack.
The Mandalorian jetpack.
The Mandalorian suit and jetpack.
So non-functional, it's just a prop.
Hey, either way I can get it.
Yeah, either way, just real. Whatever looks cool. Yes.
As long as it looks real.
I need to super glue my Blade Runner gun.
I got 3 Blade Runner guns.
I know. Stupid guns.
Plus, I need the RoboCop gun and the RoboCop suit. Maybe a little baby Gru. Yeah. Maybe a Gizmo. The Gizmo, not a Gizmo.
So
R&R-D2 would make me happy.
So basically,
for my backyard.
Wait, so basically, Red Dawn is a representation of World War III, right?
Yeah, it was World War III.
World War III. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Because how it ended, right? Like mostly everybody died, except for 2.
Yeah, well, 2 of them were left. Of course, I guess Jed and his brother. They decided they were because they already wrote their names on the rock.
Yeah.
Remember, he wrote his names on the rock wherever you put the names of everybody down. He says suicide mission.
Yep.
Goes back to town. He was just going to do nothing but revenge.
Yep.
Goes back to town and he shoots all those people.
He blows up the
and of course, then the special forces guy finally catches up with him. Shoots him and then shoots his brother.
Yep.
And then they shoot him. And then all it ends with him walking from his brother.
Yep.
And then, of course, the guy that started the invasion, the Bella guy.
Yeah, he didn't shoot him.
Yeah, he puts a gun and then he just tells him, go with God.
Yeah. It's that pig reference, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because remember at the end, he's writing a letter to his wife.
Yes, he's writing to her, yeah.
How horrible this is. This is nothing what he thought. This is just was a bad idea.
Yep. Yeah, I like that.
Basically, because the thing is, he went from a revolutionary to the bad guy.
Yeah, to the bad guy. Yep, a
Yeah,
revolutionary.
he went from fighting the man to being the man.
Yeah, that's what's a good theme on this whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at the end, he's just like, I'm that kid. Because basically, he's pointing the guns at him. And he goes, that's me. Me and my brothers. So, of course, at the end, they go sit on the bench, and they're actually, like, he's telling them, we'll wait here for our dad, which we already know he's dead because we saw them.
Because we saw him, yeah. They saw him execute people.
So you already know that they're dead.
They're dead, yeah. Because now I want to compare it to, like, well, I don't want to compare. I want to see the Chris Hemsworth version.
Yeah, I got it. I bought it. So
you did?
I'm probably going to run to skin it.
Huh.
Somehow I just can't see it being as good as it.
I don't know. It's hard to judge it, right? It's
kind of hard to judge it because you don't know. But
we don't know. We have to watch these movies as a standalone
the problem
by
is,
itself.
Though, it's the threat, though. The threat in the new one, it's not somebody I see as a threat.
Yeah. So it's the
Yeah, I mean, I don't see North Korea. I mean, I can see. I mean, I'm not saying North Korea can't attack the United States and do a
So
lot.
it depends on what the prelude is on the words for this new
Yeah,
Red Dawn. Then that
yeah.
movie's almost 10 years old.
Oh, the new one, yes.
Yeah, it's 2012.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And
So
the
we'll
other
see.
one's over 30 years old.
Oh yeah, it is. You know, I had no idea Chris Hemsworth's wife was that Hispanic lady from Fast and Furious.
Oh, it was, yeah. I don't know if you call him Hispanic. It's
Is she
South
Hispanic?
American.
Oh, she's South American. Okay, I'm sorry, South
Yeah,
American.
she is. She is South American, ain't she? Well, I mean, I guess same difference. I don't know.
Just
But
Latina.
basically, yeah. But she is. She is Eddie from the
Yeah,
Fast
I
and
didn't know
Furious.
she was Chris
I
Hemsworth's
didn't
wife.
even until later. I saw him stand with her. I was like,
I was like, what
dude.
the? Yeah, the husband and
I was
wife. I
like,
had no idea.
dude,
Yep.
this dude is hooking up Fast and Furious lady. It's like, hey, we have several kids and we've been married for
Yeah,
this.
they've been
This is,
together
I
for
was
a
like,
while.
oh, well, you better tell Dom he's gonna get punched in the face. Come on,
they've been
dude.
together for a while. I had no idea.
Exactly. I'm like, Dom.
I don't
Vin
know.
Diesel
I don't
gets
know how tall
Thor.
Vin Diesel is, but Chris Hemsworth is a tall dude.
Hey, Chris Hemsworth could probably pick him up and throw him through his charger.
So eventually, Chris Hemsworth needs to be in a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, he's like, hey, dude, what happened?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right.
That would actually be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, Chris Hemsworth and Fast and Furious. Yeah,
Yes. What else can we put Chris Hemsworth in? So we
he needs to
got
drive in it. He needs to drive a Thor van.
with a big old Jonathan Hammer on the top.
He's all muscle with long hair.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, yes. And what else do we want to say about Red Dawn? This could be our shortest episode ever.
Oh, I mean, and that's that. It shouldn't be a shortest episode because it was so much better than 2 movies on this list.
Yes.
Actually,
Well,
probably
yeah.
better than 3 movies on this list. Come on, this was way better than even that Weird Science.
Oh, this is way better than Weird Science, yes.
Yeah, this was way better. This is probably, I don't know. This one was just a good movie, but there's not much to say. It's more something you gotta watch and see if you can feel it.
And to feel it, yeah, because I'm enjoying hearing what you said. And when we worked at the law firm, right? I guess 2 of the attorneys, they came from small towns like you, like in Oklahoma, and they said like when they first watched it, they're like they felt that was really what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, how could it not? Because
You know?
you want to be this, your kid, you want to be this hero. Plus all
Yeah.
this, and you've seen these guys, they're kids, they're being heroes. You're like, yeah.
Yep.
Like watching Goonies, because you're one of the Goonies. Problem is, though, this one's a little darker because all these kids' parents get killed and stuff.
Yeah,
but
it's
what
really
would you
messed
do?
up,
But you're
bro,
thinking,
you know?
what would you do? Yeah, what would you do? Would you be able to survive out in the wilderness?
I don't know. I would shoot first, though. I knew I definitely would
That's the
shoot
first.
first.
That's the first.
Because you want to... It's the vengeance that brings you the comfort that you feel,
Yeah.
right? That you're missing, yeah.
Well, basically, if they got camouflage on, you shoot at them.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot. Like, I got these weapons, right? It's time to learn how to use them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
this is pretty cool. But this is like, see the Dirty Dancing people fighting.
It's so funny when you say Dirty Dancing because Heather knows Jennifer Grey, and she's like, when she saw Lea Thompson and Jennifer Grey, right? The scene where he opens up the hidden floor to show the girls, and she was like, "Who's that lady?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's Lea Thompson." I'm like, "No, I don't know who that is." The other one, they know the one that's named Baby. I'm like, "What?" She was like, "You know the dancing movie?" I'm like, "Footloose." Because I was thinking about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Kevin Bacon was in this. Yeah, Kevin Bacon was in this.
And she was like, "No, Patrick Swayze's in it too." I'm like, "Dirty Dancing?" I had to look it up. Like, we were both on Wikipedia and stuff. Like,
Oh, you didn't know who Jennifer Grey was?
I didn't know who Jennifer Grey was.
Oh, okay. I knew who Jennifer Grey was.
I never seen Dirty Dancing.
Oh, okay, I never have either, but I know who Jennifer Grey is.
Yeah, I didn't know who Jennifer
She was
Grey was.
Pretty well known.
Yeah.
I don't think you have Dirty Dancing because, I mean, you know who Patrick Swayze is.
I know who Patrick Swayze is because I seen Ghosts
Oh.
and The Outsiders.
Oh, yeah. Several people were from The Outsiders in this.
Oh, yeah, several, yeah. Because that was,
Yeah.
that's probably one of the early
everybody.
movies.
It's like, are you young and you live in Hollywood in the 80s?
Yeah, you're in
Gotta
The
be
Outsiders.
Outsiders.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
Yep.
Cruise.
Yeah. Now I want us to watch The Outsiders again.
I've never seen The Outsiders.
I only watch it because they made us read a book back in school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I somehow missed that book.
Yeah.
I think we read everything else.
The only thing I remember reading is The Outsiders, The Great Gatsby, and Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies is my favorite.
Yeah, I read Lord of the Flies. I never read The Great Gatsby, but I've seen the movie. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And The Outsiders, haven't read the book or seen the movie.
Yes, I read the book.
I would say it's on my to-do list, but it's really not.
You want to, but I'm like, I don't want to read right now.
I actually don't
gotta
really
listen to
want
an audiobook.
I don't want
The
to.
last audiobook I listened to was, actually, more recent one is the Flowers for Elkanon.
What is that about?
Oh, it's pretty good. I don't want to give that away.
Is it a movie? Is it a movie?
It's a movie, but the movie cuts out a lot of stuff, right? Flowers for Elkanon is like this mentally challenged kid. He's like a busboy or whatever, right? And like to him, people seems like always nice to him.
Okay.
But he start taking this drug medication, right? I might be paraphrasing a lot here, but
that's fine.
It made him smarter, and as he becomes smarter, then he realized everyone is a jerk to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Flowers for Elkanon is really
and there's
good.
a movie. There's a movie. Did you see the movie yet?
Yeah, it's not that good. It's
okay.
This is one of the things where like I agree the book is better because the movie cuts out a lot of stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's the problem though. Yeah. A movie will show you and a book will tell you. So
yeah, I think the audiobook is on YouTube actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
really
maybe
good. Maybe I'll get around to it.
Like they need to remake that. They need to remake The Outsiders, and I was gonna say they need to remake this, but they already did.
Yeah. Yeah, I did also learn from Red Dawn. Let's say if you see some people loading up a truck and a box falls out with food, don't go get it. Don't go get it.
But they did though.
Why?
Why?
They did. And you know why? Well, that's because it was a setup.
Oh, it was, right? That's what I thought it was.
They were hunting them. So basically, all they'll probably do is going all around the area dropping food to see if it, and then go back and check it. If the food's gone, that's where they're at.
See, when they went to eat their food, right? I thought they were gonna shoot them right there.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought that scene was.
Yeah, they thought they were gonna take those trucks, and the food falls out. Instead, they stop and they go get it. And I'm sure they came back by, or somebody came back by, and they realized there's no food there, so they're in this area.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they probably pinpointed by the attacks what area they're in.
Yes.
They did figure it out more. That's also where we see the scene, because you remember Grace keeps dropping stuff on Jed's head.
Yes.
That's when you could tell that there was actually supposed to be a love story, and there's not.
Ah, yeah, that was very funny.
Yeah, because she kept dropping. That was actually a pretty good scene, though, because you remember that kid, Robert shoots that guy out of the helicopter, and then he just takes on the helicopter, and they kill him.
Yep.
And of course, Jennifer Grey's character gets shot.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then he has to take her over to the tree, and of course, she gives him that hand grenade.
Oh yes, pulled it. Yeah, that was a good scene.
Wants him to shoot her. Yeah, she wants him to shoot her
because they want to end it. Yeah, he can't.
And then he's okay with it, and then she's like, "Give him that grenade." Of course, those two guys. That general's like, "Was that helicopter pilot?" The helicopter was like, "Killed 12 of them." He's like, "You killed 12, really?" Yep, killed 12. And he goes, "Where's the bodies?" He's like, "They dragged the bodies off." And then he goes, "But we can get them all." And then you hear that explosion.
Yep.
And you know that she blew up those other guys.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good scene right there.
That Russian guy's mad. Yeah, that Russian guy's all mad again because he's like, "That guy's a liar, and these guys are idiots."
Yep.
That was a pretty good scene.
That was a good scene.
Everybody got wiped out.
I was really surprised when Jennifer Grey got killed. Like when the helicopter came and they shot, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, like this is almost the end now.
Yeah, this is almost the end because now I'm thinking like, who else would be left?
Yep. And that's what was it? Just left 4 of them. That's when they had to split up.
Yep.
I guess that's probably why Jed decided to go get revenge.
Yeah, him and his brother.
And of course, his brother does whatever he does. So.
Yep.
So he's like, "You two go and live on." And then at the end of the movie, of course, it tells the story.
Man, Charlie Sheen looks so young in this movie. Like his hair was a different color.
Yeah, because he was super young. Because the next movie he makes, I think, several years later, he probably made a lot of movies. Because I saw him. There's a car movie in it, which is pretty good, in the '80s. And then of course he made Platoon.
Yeah, Platoon.
Which has a Depp in it too.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Platoon has Martin Sheen in it, yeah.
Super young.
Yeah, super young. Martin Sheen. Wow.
Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen's in Platoon?
Oh, is he in Apocalypse Now?
Oh, he's in Apocalypse Now.
Oh, Apocalypse
That's
Now,
even
yeah.
earlier. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's
he's
even
an earlier one. Yeah, that's in the
Yeah.
70s.
Wow.
I think it's 70s.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. So yeah, all those people became somebody.
Yep. Market it right, you know. I mean, like, why wouldn't you want to put Charlie Sheen's sons in your movie, right?
Oh, you mean not Charlie?
Emilio.
Yeah.
Well, Emilio's more of a writer, and he wanted to be the writer-director of stuff.
Oh,
Charlie
yeah,
Sheen is the
eventually they
actor.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he became an actor. They both made. Then one went crazy.
One is really off the wall, yeah.
Yeah, one went off the wall and just ruined his career pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, he could make a comeback. Who knows?
Yeah. He could. You don't know. He's got.
I mean,
he's like the same thing as Magic Johnson, right? He's also HIV positive.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah. When you get wow, yeah.
Sometimes.
He's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. But
Hey,
I mean, you'll never know. He may make a comeback.
He was married to Denise Richardson for a while, you know. That's a good
He
point.
was married to several people.
Yeah, he was married to a lot. Like,
Yeah.
with porn stars and stuff, it's a crazy life.
Yeah.
I'm not on that level. I would never know.
Yeah. I don't know, after seeing what happened, though, maybe you don't want to be on that level.
Yeah. We gotta watch another Charlie Sheen's 80s movie. The Wolf of Wall Street. Right, no, The Wolf of Wall Street's Leo.
Wall Street.
Wall Street, yeah. With Michael
He was
Douglas.
in Wall Street, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he was in Platoon.
Platoon, I gotta watch. I've never seen Platoon.
It's pretty good. And it's dark, man. It's like, whoa. It's Oliver Stone, so you know it's already...
Oliver Stone. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, you know it's kind of,
I love Oliver Stone.
It's okay. He really likes to show you the darkness in anything.
Yes, he does.
He's probably, I'm sure he's a really happy person to be around.
Yeah, it's just these thoughts. Like, you know what? Oliver Stone did Any Given Sunday, didn't it?
Did he? No, I don't think he did.
Yep, Oliver Stone, Any Given Sunday.
Oh, did he? Really? I didn't think he did. I know he did Born on 4th of July, right?
Yeah, I never seen that.
JFK?
Yeah. Oh, I seen JFK. That's with Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Costner.
I like that. I remember seeing that.
I never saw
for the
it.
first time.
Never saw it, but Natural Born Killers too.
I never seen Natural Born Killers. But
Maybe
Any
that's
Given
the one.
Sunday, I can see like the darkness because
Okay.
it's I
Really?
always
wouldn't
say
have-
this because
I
it's,
wouldn't have thought it had any darkness to it.
well, because it's about the sport, the football, right?
Yeah,
and
it is.
Cameron
Why I think
Diaz played a character that I never seen her play, and that's
Really?
the only role she. Yeah, she
'Cause you
plays
know,
the owner.
she's
I mean,
always
she's the daughter of the owner of the football team.
okay.
So she's taking over that business, right? And she's ruthless.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
super
because she's
different
always
from.
because she's always such a nice person.
It's such a nice person, and then you see this like, oh, they should give Cameron Diaz more roles, and not, don't
Yeah, what
let her
she's
play
done
the
now.
stuff from The Mask, you know, and
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, I think she probably would still be acting if she would have got more roles like that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like if you don't like football, right? You just watch her in this role, like you see the business aspect of it is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, I wouldn't have. That would have been Oliver Stone right there.
yes, Oliver Stone, Any Given Sunday. That's a good movie because he also got Dennis Quayle and Al Pacino, Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big
That's
cast.
big. That's a big cast.
It's a good movie. That was before even I like football.
I still don't.
Yeah. Man.
Not my thing.
Darn. All right, man. If you got nothing else, we could end this one right here.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm done.
I'm done too, but it's a great movie. You know, you haven't seen Red Dawn from 1984.
Might as
you
well
should.
see it. I mean, it does got some slow parts to it.
Yeah, but you know, it's almost
But I mean-
40 years for this movie.
Yeah, but I mean, action, the blood and violence picks up.
I know. Just remember, this is PG-13, all right? It's the first PG-13 movie for America. And with
Yeah,
that,
good
I'm
luck.
going to end it right here.
Yeah, don't show your little kids that.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this segment of our reviews. I hope you had a great time listening to us. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.